gentlemen, this is Jeff Rains coming to you again with Foundation of Civilization. Again, it has been another week, another exciting week. We have had a new administration enter the White House, and on they the new president jumped into business, signing over 200 executive orders on the very first day. And whether you like them or hate them, it has certainly had impact on on the world actually. The and with 200 executive orders, there are far too many things for me to cover everything. So I'm just going to start covering some of the things, and have I decided to do this on its own because there's so much to cover here, and I only have so much time on the weekends to be able to cover the rest of the world. So to For me to get started in the foreign policy area, the new president is seeking to designate drug cartels as terrorist organizations, and most people seem to be supporting this point of view. There are a few experts that are giving some pushback. My only reservation in doing this is that now those people who are seeking asylum have a argument that they could be under threat in their home country. The Of course, that just means that they need to stand up in their own home country. Of course, we also need to stand up to help them. So, tr- the new president is making threats against Russia if they do not come to meet a peace deal. It is interesting, and I think Russia is looking to see where things go, how they start, and what they can really expect. Whether they can really trust that what the president is doing and saying, they can rely on. I know before the election was over that they had stated they were concerned at the bureaucrats that were going to be in stand in the way and might oppose the new president's policies. The new president suspended security clearances for 51 officials who misled people on a certain laptop and tried to tell us that it was Russian disinformation. Turns out that that laptop was used as evidence in a trial, and uh, it had evidence of 435 potential crimes on it. There's someone did some analysis, and those are the numbers that I discovered. Uh, Nothing has been done about it. Well, very little, I should say, has been done about it, and some of those crimes are very, very egregious. And if I don't know how anybody defends the material on it, it's and it, more than just some funny financial transactions. There are potential crimes um, from the whole family, and uh, we know that there's money exchange that's documented on the laptop. There are photos on the laptop that are very, very disturbing. The president has also directed the release of intelligence files of past assassinations on uh, on John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King. History has shown these promises to be rather disappointing. Hopefully, the what is released is not so heavily redacted that we can actually learn some new things on it. Uh, as far as international trade and business goes, despite the talks of tariffs, there are actually the tariff talks are starting to impact business the way that they're supposed to. Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep, are planning to reopen a closed plant in Belvidere, Illinois, a plant that had previously been building light vehicles, light trucks. And despite those tariff talks, Canada, apparently, the United States and Canada want to revive the Keystone Pipeline, which would bring a significant amount of oil, of energy production to the United States again. In a actually, it's kind of a controversial treatment statement and position. The incoming president has delayed the sale of TikTok. Now, mind you, the Congress and the Senate have approved a law that forced the sale of TikTok because TikTok is controlled by Chinese interests, by the Chinese Communist Party. It promotes a number of questionable things in the United States. A lot of very anti-U.S. ideology. A lot of anti-Western and capitalist ideology. The the sale is going to be held up for 75 days, I believe, to see if a U.S. buyer can be found. The difficulty is that China is probably not going to be very happy to release the algorithm that is behind TikTok. As far as immigration and the border go, criminal illegal immigrants are already being rounded up. So the murderers, rapists, and pedophiles. One of them, actually, a new now viral video of a Haitian individual that had 17 convictions. 17 convictions in the United States. He was captured, said that he's not going to go back to Haiti. We'll see. And he thanked the the last president and condemned the current president. It the report that I had showed 538 migrants had been arrested. Uh, the I also discovered that the offices of an immigration lawyer and a judge in the Northeast, I believe it was Rhode Island, have been raided by the DOJ and FBI. The focus of the raid was unclear at the moment, but I think that should be an interesting story that will come out in the near future. As far as diversity and civil rights go, the current president, in his boldest move, repealed actions from all the way back to the 60s. The After the passage of the Civil Rights Act, the Lyndon Johnson signed an executive order number 11246 that has launched it's a decades long um, program that's euphemistically called affirmative action. President, the current president, has repealed that, and since it was signed under executive action or an executive order, he can reverse that executive order. And mind you, this is something that even President Reagan refused to do because his cabinet was torn over what they should do. Uh, and an executive order that the president also signed directed federal workers back to the office. And we've discovered that well over 90% of workers, federal workers, did not make it to the office for a full 40 hours a week. Now, we don't know if that means that they're working on the road, from home, or that they're just lazy. Any which way, that policy is over, and so they have to account for their time, and they got to be back in the office. I think it's kind of funny. There's a lot of people that are complaining, saying that uh, a lot of federal workers are going to either retire or quit, and I think that those who are complaining in that manner don't understand that that is the goal. In another executive order, the current president has withdrawn us from the World Health Organization. The Despite the name, I have not found that the World Health Organization actually promotes health. It actually promotes a lot of questionable activities. Currently, it has been pushing the mRNA vaccines. They had to alter the term of vaccine so they could get it to qualify. mRNA is actually an experimental medical treatment. It is not a vaccine. And one final note that I want to make is that he had, during his campaign, he had promised that he was going to release the uh, prisoners from January 6th. There were 1,500 people that had been convicted during the riot on January 6th, and I kind of expected that he would release most of them, but he decided to release all of them, including about 125, I think it might have been 127 people that had been convicted or confessed to actual violence on that day during that incident. Now, I know that there are a lot of people, for political purposes, are complaining about this, saying what a threat to democracy it is. Meanwhile, the all over the country, police officers have been beaten, stabbed, assaulted in various egregious ways, and they had no complaint about those police officers. But now all of a sudden, whenever the federal bureaucracy is threatened in Washington D.C., they've decided to find their love for law enforcement. I can I can assure you that that politicians, for these politicians, their love is not real. It is fake. It is only to gain a political advantage. And I encourage you all to see through it. Also, it is well, it's only the beginning of the week, and a lot of things. We see a lot of impact that has already occurred, and we're going to see more. I know some people are complaining that egg prices have not dropped. It's only been a few days, guys. Let's give it a few weeks before you start making those complaints. We will see what happens. I will tell you that I am actually concerned about other things falling out of the sky, aside from the weather that was I saw in my former home in Northwest Florida. Couldn't believe that they actually had accumulation of snow for a few days. It was amazing, and I kind of wish I was down there. Kind of. I also see that I think believe much of I-10 is shut down from where I lived, actually past where I lived, all the way over into Alabama and past Tallahassee. The trouble is that down there they don't have the road clearing equipment that they need to for snowy weather because it snows like once a century, like this kind of accumulation of snow. Uh, you get some ice once in a while, it's gone in usually in a matter of hours. But this time, wow, what what an incredible event! In fact, we got some snow here where I am, still in the south, but further north than there. I hope that you guys are doing well. Hope that you all are finding fun and happiness and finding your groove in the world, and that uh, you're getting ready for the changes that are occurring. And these are exciting times. Sometimes scary exciting. Hopefully that they are a good exciting for everybody. And I hope that y'all are doing well. Please hug your families. Go do something with them. Have a good time with them, and do something for yourself also. Make sure that you're maintaining your mental health. Uh, get out, exercise, do some reading, whatever else you need to. Thanks again very much. Please like and share. Again, this is Jeff Rains with Foundation of Civilization, and hope that the rest of your week goes well.